All right, so let's say you finished your PowerPoint. You've finished everything. You've got your creativity showing on the slides. I mean, this is a brief example of more or less what it would look like. I obviously have not done absolutely everything because it would take a very long time for me to do that. But, it shows that I've put forth some genuine effort into my project. The last thing you need to do is to officially turn it in. Officially turn it in. I'd be impressed if you finished it in one day. I really would. But you have 2 class periods to work on it. And you can at least start it in class today. And then you have all of the 25th or 26th to work on it. A-Day students, it's due the 25th. B-Day students is due the 26th. How do you officially turn it in? Step number 1. You do need to send it to me. Now, I obviously am already connected on this one, but you would type in my email as you see it here. Okay, you would type that in, and then you would make sure that you send it to me. It might be helpful to also make sure that everybody in your group has contributed to it, because that's the second part of this, is I will be making a form for you to fill out where you state what you have done to contribute to this project. But the first thing is to make sure I get this PowerPoint. Type in my email, and then say done. It'll share a copy of it with me, and we're good to go. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. The other part of this will be filling out a form. I'll pull that up right here in just a second. And that form is going to look something like this. I don't know if I'm going to do this exact form, but it'll be something like this, where on paper, you will put down the names of your group members. If it's just you, you can put your name down. If it's you and one other person, both names down, and all 3 for those 3. What you were in charge of, like what you did, and how you contributed to the PowerPoint. Okay, and then who submitted the PowerPoint, just so that I can keep track of that. This is in place of a test. So before we officially wrap things up, I do want to just quickly go through like what I'm looking for on the PowerPoint that you're going to be sharing with me in order to receive full credit, because you should be getting full credit. There's a copy of this rubric on Canvas, so you feel free to go in and take a look at this. But I'm going to be looking for your data collection, making sure that you actually did that. The assignment that's on Canvas is basically accounting for that. If you've completed that assignment on Canvas to take all the surveys, you have received that credit right off the bat. Done. Okay. The design and the format. I am looking for, some form of creativity. Now you don't have to go like completely all out like I did and put images in the background, although you could do that, but show some originality. Let's not have it be like a pure white PowerPoint presentation where everything is just kept as is. Add in some additional color. Don't leave everything in red. You can change up the type of font if you really want to. I don't have a preference on that. You can change up the size of the numbers in the font because it might be too small. I really don't have preference to that, but please add some variety to it. And it needs to look appropriate. So nothing inappropriate, please. I'm looking to make sure that it has everything that we have already discussed in all the previous other videos and other instruction. It needs to have a title of some form, and make sure it's a decent title, not something boring, I guess is the word I'm looking for, or something catchy. Make it catchy, please. Your names, class period, And again, I don't care if the link to the data is on the title page. It could also be on your calculations page. I really have no preference on that. Has to match the survey data and calculated correctly. I will be checking that. I will be checking your numbers. Your Venn diagram needs to match the data and is accurate. Same thing with the tree diagram. The calculations are done correctly. On the calculation side, I'm looking specifically for work to be shown. Again, we have discussed this. As long as you have the fractions and the decimal rounded to 4 decimal places, I will count that as work. Right, because I already know that this is going to take up a lot of time, so I want to make sure it's as succinct as possible. The important thing I need you to know is that if you turn this in late, you will receive a 10-point deduction per week late. And I will stick to this very, very firmly. So if you turn this in on February 1st, by accident, you cannot get a 50 out of 50 on this. You will get a 40 out of 50 by default. Then the point deductions will go from there. I hope that this has been very helpful for you. And if you do have any further questions, please let me know via email. Good luck, guys, on your project. Again, this rubric is on Canvas. Feel free to reference it as you work on it. And good luck. You guys got this. You can do it.